third one in a row. Here we go. Today we're doing elongated runs because I can, and there is absolutely no way I'm beating this like I did with ToER. So yeah, it's just no way I'm rebeating this tower. I don't know how I beat this in like 3 days. Is kind of something, but I'll probably end up getting like 2 outside and falling, and then bad things happen. Anyway, so the tower starts off pretty easy. You just kind of do some wraps. This tower isn't that complicated, but there are some parts that strat could be helpful for. So basically just kind of do this like normally. There really isn't much to explain here. Just basic wraparounds, stuff like that. Hopefully this guide will be more polished than the other one, or the ToI one, as I had people like arriving, but now I'm doing this in the morning, so nobody's here. Anyway, so for this jump, back up all the way to the wall, and then hold W and jump, and okay, it sometimes works, but sometimes it doesn't. I'm gonna try that one more time, and if I don't get it, then yeah, I'm just gonna pause. Okay, so I jumped too early last time, so you want to like jump late like that. But as long as you back up to the wall, you should be fine. So for this upcoming jump right here, what you want to do is what I do is I like inch up to like the edge of the slope like this. I inch up to about here, and I just turn sideways like that, and then I just hold D and kind of jump a little late and wrap. As long as you don't slide down the slope, you should be fine. You just jump up from there. Basic wraps. So what I like to do here is if you hit the left alignment key and shift lock, then you're set up for a perfect like alignment for this jump. And then what I like to do is I go in ghost mode like this, align my mouse with the ladder like that, jump in place, and then do the long jump. And it works perfectly usually. So this can either be done on the left or the right. I usually just like to line up on the right like this and just wrap. I don't climb the ladder, I just do a wrap. I think climbing the ladder just makes it harder, honestly. Let me actually just... Okay, yeah, I just wanted to check and make sure that my mic was still on because I muted it yesterday instead of pausing. Or I paused and muted my mic, but when I unpaused, I forgot to unmute my mic on floor 10 of Inception, so, yeah. Anyway, just back up till you get to, like, the slope part right here, turn a little bit, and then do the wrap and turn a lot when you do that. Alright, floor 2. First jump. This jump kind of stinks, but what I like to do is I just like to inch up to the edge like this, turn, and then just do it like that. Makes it easier for me. Alright, so for these trusses, I like to flick diagonally, as you just get more distance when you do that. And then you get to the wedges. If you're on PC, you press alignment key, and so you get to like the last stud like this. And then you just hold D and just do the jumps. And then you can go like that to get up here. That's what I do. You like that. Oh, I stink. Okay. Well, don't fail the 1x6. Like the easiest thing ever. That's an insta-kill. Don't touch that. Alright. And long jump. Again, just like they did on the ladder. Aim for the corner here. Long jump. And walk off, because that jump makes you walk off super often, and it sucks, and I hate this jump. But, yeah, I hope you jump, basically. That's really all you gotta do. For this, I like to climb this stud. A skip you could do is you could climb this and jump down to this kilbert here, and you can just skip those trusses entirely, pretty much. But if you can jump to it normally. What I like to do is I like to climb this stud, turn a little bit, and then just jump off to it like that. But if you do it legit, you can do it like that. Again, this is a catastrophic tower, so if you don't know how to flick around trusses, you shouldn't be attempting this. But, either way. Pretty easy for now, just some basic wraps. Okay, so this jump. So, make sure you like get on the edge, like the very edge. Turn so you don't flat side, and then do that. Yeah. Pretty simple. Alright. This jump. line up to the edge, turn in, and then do the wrap. This jump I like to do in first person. And this jump I like to do in ghost mode. That. Very long jump down here. Alright, and then now this jump. So this jump, it's just about timing your jump so you don't walk off. But what I do is I inch up to this stud tech, this part of the stud. I turn backwards, and I do a long jump. But, you know, obviously, I can't have nice things, so I have to walk off. There we go. For this wraparound, I like to set up backwards like this. You push out a lot. You just pushing, 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 pushing. So you get about here, and then you do the wrap. But, you know, you walk off because that... Why is this tower so annoying? Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, ladders. So, there's actually invisible ladders, like, right here. As you can see, like, I shouldn't be on this ladder if it was only one ladder. But yeah, you could go down really far. That's just for the sake of not being ladder dropped. So don't worry about being ladder dropped here. Should be fine. For this jump right here, I like to line up with, like, the corner. So, like, my mouse is, like, at the corner. Turn to the right a little bit. And then do that. Works pretty well. Just wrap it like that. This is pretty basic. There's nothing to say about this part. I don't know why I failed that, but oh well. For this truss, make sure you go up here and you head hit her first before jumping off, because if you just flick, sometimes when you try to get, like, the downward momentum you need for that, it'll just not work, and you'll just fall. Like, you just won't jump. So I would highly recommend head hittering a little bit before you do that jump if you're a flick around trusser. Alright, end of one's pretty easy. Use T-post for these wraps if you have it, so you can just take less damage. In this part, you could just either jump across, but I like to, like, wrap out like this, just so I don't take as much damage. But I failed doing that before because but that's only if you're really stupid, like me levels of stupid. Anyway, so right here, so this wrap, I like to line up the edge just like the wrap around of floor 2. Turn a lot, and then even more when you do the actual wrap. Okay, I don't usually fail it, but this wrap isn't actually that hard. Just, there we go. It's hard for me to explain jumps and do them at the same time, because usually I just do them. Anyway, same thing here. Just kind of do that. Go here. For this, just tap S and tap space occasionally to inch out, and eventually you'll get pushed. You'll push out like that, and you'll stand up here. Jump to this truss. Here. What I like to do for this jump is I like to push against the wall like this, turn a little bit to the right, and then just wiggle. This jump. So this jump, you need to... So there's a few ways you can line this up. One way to do it is you could line it up like this, and then go like that. Or you can line up like this and turn sideways and inch downward like this, and then do the head hitter like that. Whatever you find more comfortable. I don't know which way I like doing this. It kind of varies every time I play this tower, but you know, this wrap normally. No need for a setup there. All right, the soft lock. So if you fall in this soft lock, you can lag high jump and grip this and get back up here. Just be careful when you get around the wall. Is it this one? No, it's not. Because there is a small part of this that's a soft lock, and I'll show you once we get there. There's really nothing to explain here, or not a soft lock. This whole thing's a soft lock. A little part of it's an insta kill, and it's this like right here, this little strip right here of kill brick, isn't it? Sorry, an insta kill. So don't touch that if you plan on like high jumping out. But yeah, anyway, jump to this side of this truss. Don't jump here, because this wedge will kind of screw you over if you try to go around it. Or if you, yeah, if you just try to like trust glide around it. This jump you can do one of two ways. You can either just flick like that, or you can go down to the bottom down here and flick from the bottom. I like the former more, but it's really up to you. What I like to do here is to inch out a little bit and climb this stud. Like that. And just jump off. Use T-pose for this wrap so you don't take a billion damage. I'm not going to use it. And this just to show that it's doable without it. Tight ropes. Yeah, there's really nothing to say about these. For this, just inch down so you're on the last set of studs. And then just wrap. Don't play it, you should be fine. No need for a super accessible lineup there. For this jump, just get up to the edge, like this, and just jump forward. So, they're going to encounter a lot of wraps in this tower like this, where they have like a gap right here, and possibly a gap right here. They're not that hard, just set them up like a normal wrap. I always see people like do like this weird like backwards lineup thing, which works, but it's really not necessary. Just line up like a normal wrap, and you should be fine. Like, I don't know. That's the way I always do them. Anyway, don't flick from that side, you'll hit your head. You could jump off of it, though. That works, too. Anyway, floor 3. So, 3 starts off pretty hard, but then gets easier in the second half. So, this wrap is like a 10-stud wrap, but there's like a little wedge at the end, so you just gotta, you know? So this, 1x7, I have to like line up to like the middle of this here, turn, and then do the wrap. That works pretty well, usually. I don't remember the last time I failed that. Anyway, go this way, and then you're on 3 outside. So, 3 outside's pretty notorious because of this jump right here. But I personally don't find this jump very hard. What I do is I just like inch out so I'm like this, and then I just wrap and then land like diagonally. As long as you land diagonally, you shouldn't fall off, or just you shouldn't get slipped off. Because if you try to land forward, yeah, it just won't work. Like, but like landing diagonally, it pushes you in. So, yeah, just hold W and A. I like to line up with like this part of this stud, wrap out, and just it's like kind of sharp turns if you can tell. Like you jump out and you turn forward and then you turn to land diagonally. So like you turn left kind of basically like in intervals twice, so like here and then there. Okay, well, see, I was talking while doing it, so I couldn't do it, but okay, that was just really bad. I don't know why I did it like that. Stop, why am I being so garbage? I don't understand. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you need to land, like, around here. Because if you try to land here, it just won't work. I don't know why I was doing so bad, but trust me, that strat is consistent. You just gotta do it well. I'm doing that one more time, actually, because I'm a little salty about failing it, like, 4 times in a row. There we go. Okay. Land on that diagonally as well. Also holding W and A. Don't get too close to the edge here, just drop from here. This jump, a lot of people find this jump very hard, but I don't. You just kind of go like that, and you just go like that. I don't know. I don't find it that hard. This jump. Alright, so you gotta make sure you don't stand on the edge and get, like, slowed down. So what I like to do is I like to inch up to, like, the... kind of like that. Like, your legs are, like, halfway in between, like, the part where it starts sloping down, and you go like that. Works pretty well. Long jump. Then this is just walking simulator. Pretty easy. This jump, I like to line it up backwards. Use T-pose for this part, if you have it, so you don't take a billion damage. These ladders are pretty scary. Not gonna lie. Alright, the last, like, actual semi-hard jump of 3. So, again, just one of these wraps. Just do it normally. You should be fine. Anyway, now 3 is, like, pretty easy from here on out. For this jump, don't go all the way to the edge. Just go like that. Just wrap like that. Just do it in first person. You should be fine. This part, you do not. Don't worry about any, like, the numbers on the wall or anything. You can literally see the platforms, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, floor 4 is coming up soon. But like I said earlier, the rest of 3 is super easy. There's really nothing else to explain. You just kind of do it. Yeah, same thing with this section. Don't worry about like the little shadow things on the wall. You can literally see them, so it does not matter. Alright, floor 4. This is where the tower gets significantly better, in my opinion. It's still not... I still don't think it's like a masterpiece, but it's definitely not bad. I mean, even the first few floors aren't that bad. They get a little annoying, to be honest. But anyway. Floor 4. So, this floor is not too bad. As you can see, it's pretty simple for the first part. For this jump, I just jump forward, and you should just get in like that. For this little thing, you just hold space and W and D, and you go across it. And it's just like ToER. You literally just have to just do this until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, stop holding space and only tap space until your character goes up on its own. Alright, this wrap. This is a 1x7 to the left that you can't do in third person. But it's the same as any other one. Line up like this, turn, and wrap. That one's going to take a bit of muscle memory to learn, but it's really not so bad. When you do this wrap, try to land on the tightrope part like that. Makes it way easier, in my opinion. And then here, wrap around that. Pretty simple for the most part. There's a lot of just parts in this tower. You really don't have to explain anything. Alright, this jump. This jump is like one of the hardest jumps in the tower, in my personal opinion. I don't know why, but I just can't do it. But what I do is I like to line up to like this part of the stud, flick, and then do a long jump. And you gotta land, like, around here. You can't land too low, or you won't get the distance, but you can't land too high, or you won't make the jump. Anyway. For these slopes, a lot of people overrate these slopes. I don't think they're that bad. You just climb this first one, shift up. Okay, if you bop up like that, that's probably not good. So don't let that happen. And then just jump like that. For this slope, I kind of do it in a weird way. I go to about, like, 3 studs high like this, and then I run off, and then turn my camera after I do the jump. So, you run off so you don't get, like, you don't get slowed down by going down the wedge. Kind of like that. That's the way I've always done that, and I think it works pretty well. Alright, and then we get this soft lock section, quote-unquote. Because it's super easy to escape in many places. You literally just have to do a high jump up. Literally anywhere, honestly. And you'll be fine. Like, and then, okay, another soft lock section. Like, dang, bro, what am I gonna do? I really don't think that this was made with the intention of being a soft lock. Like, I really just don't. Well, I'm pretty sure, well, these settings used to be insta-kill, so I guess they did. They didn't, actually. If they're insta-kills, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, same thing, same shift strat, you do that. Just like I showed you on the first slope. These tightropes, don't jump across them, because you got, like, the ceiling up there. Just do them nice and slowly. You should be fine. For this wrap, don't turn too early. Just let yourself get past this, the wall right here and the glass wall. Alright. And this, you can jump straight to the teleporter here, but that wrap's really not hard, so it doesn't matter. But you can do whatever you want there. Keep going. here. Make sure you heal up a little bit before you do this section, because you don't want to die. Make sure you get on, like, the downslope like that, and then jump off. Alright, some of these jumps are a little long. Then first person, go here, jump into the teleporter, and we're on floor 5. So, everything, so this ground right here, this is insta-kill. You don't want to touch any of that. You really don't want to touch any of that. You really don't want to waste a run on 5, okay? you have another floor that is much more worrisome, so just take your time. None of the jumps on this floor are hard. Just take your time and do them normally. Oh, well, maybe if I wasn't Garbanzo Beans at the game, I think we would find that I'm really awesome, but I guess I'm not. So, I don't even know what happened. Oh my goodness. Okay. I thought there was a stud there. Alright, hold on. Hold your horses. Let me just... There we go. There's the stud. Okay, I don't even know what happened. I just kind of like slipped through this gap right here. I don't even know how that happened. That was quite silly. Anyway, jump in place and then jump to this wedge. For this jump, just run off sideways, but then turn immediately once you get past the wall. Like don't go like this. Yeah, bad things will happen if you do that. Just do it like that. This jump already be turned like a lot. Like, yeah, even if you get stopped by the wall like that, like, you'll still make it, because it's not a far wrap, but, yeah. Anyway, jump down here. Don't do this on the right, you'll get stuck by this, like, wedge up there. Do this on the left. You can do it on the right, but, like, you have to wrap really tightly, and it's kind of annoying. Tightrope. Don't go fast on it. Obviously, if you're legit, don't go fast on it. But, you know, again, land diagonally, like, slightly diagonally like that. Do that for every single one of those little small wedges, like I've already shown. For this jump, don't get too close to the edge. Just go like that and go like that. Nothing to say about this part. This part, just line up with the edge, and just wrap. I like to flick off the wall over here, just to, because it kind of just positions you nicely for the wrap. This wrap's pretty easy. Pretty simple. Alright, so these are, like, probably the hardest jumps of the floor. You just kind of line up with the edge, and you just kind of do them. They're not very hard. Just kind of make sure you just jump in place before you do them, and you should be okay. Do that for like every long jump in this tower, and you should be all set. Alright. Don't get too close to the left here, or some weird things will happen. So stay like a little bit to the right, but mainly near the middle, and then flick. It's pretty simple for the rest of the floor. Maybe if I wasn't the worst player, then I wouldn't have fallen there. But these are not insta kills. Don't worry about these. You can do this on the right, by the way. I don't know why I even tried to do it on the left. Okay, floor 6. So now it's start of the green floor. 6 is really not much harder than 5. So you'll be fine here. You could flick straight from here over to here, but it's really long and I wouldn't recommend trying it. Unless you really, really desperately hate this truss right here. But like, I really don't see why you would. Just flick to it, head hitter, and just turn, and then just jump off. Like, it's really not a big deal. Some people make it a big deal, and I don't know why. But anyway, up here, this just set up this jump, so it's kind of like a long wrap like that. You just do that jump normally like that. This jump, just what I like to do is I like to tap D into this like this until you kind of like, yeah, like that, and then do the wrap. Alright, and then we go this way. I have to jump in place before doing this jump, just so I can see where it is. And then I line up the edge, turn sideways, and just do a head hitter. Pretty simple. Another skip you can do here is you can lag. I think you can lag high jump up there, and you can skip over to here. But obviously, I'm not gonna do that. Because this is pretty simple. That's like the hardest 10-stud wrap in the game, by the way. Why is it the hardest 10-stud wrap in the game when all 10-stud wraps are the same if they're just normal 10-stud wraps? Nobody knows. But anyway, this jump's pretty hard. It's like a 1x8, but it goes down one like that. But it also extends out a little bit. But something you can do is you can like lodge in between here. If that's easier for you. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, line this up backwards, go like that. Again, none of this is insta-kill. The only insta-kills that are shown on 5 through 6 currently are the ones on the ground of 5. So, yeah. Okay. And now we get to this notorious floor, floor 7. So, this is where we see our next insta-kills. And they're only on the top of 7. And that's not a problem up until you get to the end of 7. So, yeah. Anyway, 7's really long, and it's pretty tough. But, I never really failed it during my grinding. At least, during my regrind. Like, I think I failed it once total, but I ended up getting back up that run either way. And I think passing it. I don't remember if that might have been the winning run. I'm pretty sure that was the winning run. But, I don't know. Anyway. For these, like, kind of, like, squeeze things, just turn in and just do the wrap like that. And just wrap around like that. These used to be way harder, but they're really not that hard anymore. For this jump, I like to line up to the edge and then turn out so you don't get stopped by, like, the little slant right here. And you just go like that. I failed this in a real run before and died. It was pretty upsetting. But, don't let that happen to you. It's really not that hard. Okay, this jump. So what I like to do, I like to inch up to the edge, go down to like the second to last set of studs like that, and then just jump and turn at the same time like that. Some people like do like this weird walking thing when you really don't have to. Just kind of like that. Like you can turn a little bit to the left, I'd say. Like, oh, sorry, that was my phone. I don't know if you heard the vibration. But, turn a little bit to the left before you do it, and then just quickly just flick and do it. For this, go down to the fourth to last stud right here. Jump forward and land sideways. Ball to ball. So, this thing is interesting. So, inch up to the edge like this. Like, I'd say to this stud right here, or this part of the stud. Turn to the right, and then go like that. And it's not so bad. Letters. Don't flick around these. I mean, you can, but you kind of hit your head a little bit. It really depends what you want to do there. This jump, don't even walk across this thing. Just go from here and go like that. Here. Go down here. Go over here. Go here. So, you have like this little thing right here where you can lodge and then go over there, which takes you to the very end of floor 7. But don't do that. If you haven't done 7 legit already, I'm like pretty sure you skip a checkpoint that way. So just only do it once you've done 7 legit. If you do 7 legit and you fall and you don't die, that's the only time you should use it. I never had to do it in my run because I didn't fall anywhere past 7. But just don't use that your first time around, unless you like know where the checkpoints are or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so this jump's pretty tricky to start off, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. So what you want to do is you just want to like inch up to the edge, flick, and turn. Well, okay, you don't want to flick too much. You go like that and turn, and then just do the wrap like that. It's all about muscle memory for this jump. It's kind of tough. Actually, is not flicking better? Oh, not flicking might be better. I don't really go through this before I... Yeah, okay, not flicking is better. Never mind. Scratch what I said earlier. Not flicking is better. There we go. Just turn a little bit in before you do the wrap, and then just wiggle. Again, I don't go through these before I do them. I just kind of go through it with knowing my strats already. But I guess I kind of forgot that one. Anyway, back up to, like, I think it's the 4th stud, like right here. Jump sideways and only turn at the very end. I didn't go very far. There we go. Yeah, you gotta jump kind of late there. Again, land diagonally. Slightly diagonally. Slightly diagonally. Jump, do it on the left. 7 outside isn't too bad. It's only really that beginning part that's kind of hard. And then the rest of it's pretty easy. Spinners. Really not hard spinners. They're pretty slow, pretty easy. This jump, you can do like that, but if you're kind of bad at doing that, you can always do that. But if you're bad at both of those, you can turn like this, and then just do a head hitter. You get to hear the awesome floor 8 and floor 9 music, but you're not exactly there yet, so you don't get to hear it for very long. Teleporter, and you get to the second inside part of 7, which is easier than the first part, in my opinion. So, this jump, try not to turn too much, just go like that. Alright, so this is where the insta-kill becomes a problem, because you can hit that when you wrap around and over here as well. So what you want to do is you kind of want to stay away from the wall a little bit, and only, like, and land diagonally at the end. I gotta be careful so I don't DM insta-kill here. You just go like that. And this, I like to jump just out and then go back in like that. It's kind of weird. Going out, in, like that. Yeah, that's what I do there. This whole thing right down here is an insta-kill, so don't touch that. This, I like to just flick in like that when you do it. For this ball, just, like, inch to the side like this, and then just do like a long jump, but prolongate the, like, running forward part just by a bit. That. There we go. And then you get, this is not insta-kill, by the way. And then you get to floor 8. This floor and floor 9 are probably the hardest floors in the tower, gameplay or difficulty-wise. Some people would consider 2 the hardest floor just because of its length, but I think that these 2 are definitely the hardest floors. And they're pretty tricky. So, as also everything, like I said earlier, the top of 7 is all insta-kill. It is pretty much death if you fall. So, there's not much margin for error here. Anyway, what I do is I just, like, inch up to the edge like that and just jump. So, that was pretty bad. Don't do that. Just jump normally. I don't even know why I even tried that. Okay, you, like, line it up backwards and you can jump forwards like that. What the heck am I doing? I just, like, completely forgot my strat for this jump. But yeah, no, line it up backwards like this and just jump forward like that. Works pretty well. Wrap around that. Here. Here. Around here. Okay. So, this jump. A lot of people find this jump to be pretty notorious. It's not so bad. I just like to inch up to the edge like that. And then, again, just like the jumps I showed on 1 and 2, aim for the corner. And then I like to just zoom out, and then you can use the page up and page down keys if you have them to, like, do this. I like to just do that for this, and then go, climb the corner, wrap, not at the edge there, and go down like that. So I'm just gonna heal real quick. Just show that again. I'm gonna go a little bit slower this time. So here, don't wrap from the edge, just do that. Then go here, and go all the way down here. It's pretty simple. These, like, Kubrick little particle things are pull out of the platform. Same thing as the one on 6. Do it like that. Just be careful. Be careful when you tap D, because you don't want to tap it too much to the point where you just fall off of it. That's the way I've always done that part, though. Again, shadow section, not very hard. Cindy's wrap. So for this jump, you have to jump straight down to like that neon platform. You just jump forward and you make it pretty easily. But I see a lot of people jump onto this thing and then just go like that. You can do either or. I gotta not die. So, okay, for this jump, don't jump straight to the platform. Do like a wiggle like that, because you don't want to hit your head on that. That's how you fail. But make sure you dodge that top wall there, and you should be all set. Ladders. This part, just inch up to the edge, just jump in place, and you should climb it like that. Okay. This jump, line up to the edge, and just long jump and shift at the very end. Only at the very end. Long, and then shift at the very end. Floor does not get any easier from here on out, just saying. It gets harder, actually, so... Here we go. Alright, this wrap. This is insta-kill, all right here. Don't touch it. So, it's just another 1x7, but it's transparent, so you just gotta do it like that. This jump is pretty tricky, just because it's just not that visible, but it's just any normal 1x7. You can just treat it like that. So, for this jump, you just gotta wrap around like that, but I've seen people... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Okay. I knew it. I thought I was gonna be able to go through this without freaking dying on floor 7, like a little idiot, but no, we can't have nice things, can we? Anyway. So back up to here. I've seen some people do this, where they jump to this wrap, and then just jump up here, which is possible. Don't try to wall hop this, it is not possible anymore. See, I would have gotten it right there, but you can't do it anymore, so don't do it. Or don't try. Pretty simple part here. I'm pretty sure you can jump from here, and you can make it on top of that, but I don't know if you need speed glitch for that, but it doesn't matter. This jump, I always found this easier on the right side. I don't know about you. You just shift sideways, just make sure you... Okay, well, you gotta, like, inch up to, like, the edge, kind of like that. And then just do a head hitter like that. I don't know. I wouldn't skip anything in this tower, because there's probably, like, a lot of checkpoints. So, anything could be a checkpoint, really, so I wouldn't skip anything if I were you. But, for this wrap, there's only a gap at the end, so what you gotta do is, for jumps like this, like there's one in Cruel Punishment like this, I like to just inch up till you get to like this part of the stud texture. I don't like to turn too much though, just like kind of at an angle like this, and then just wrap like that. It's kind of hard to get down, but once you get the hang of it, it is not too bad. Okay, floor 9. This floor is honestly not much easier. So, turn in before you do the wrap. That wrap's kind of hard, because it kind of makes you slant down a little bit. Long jump. This jump. So this jump, you just gotta go like that. Just angle yourself properly so you don't hit the wall. And then just curve around the wall like that. That jump's kind of overrated. I don't find it very hard. And then you're up here. You can see the walls here. Just make sure you look where the walls are and then wrap around accordingly. So you don't wrap into them, because it's pretty much certain death. For this jump, I took like the middle of this stud, turn out, and then wrap around like that. Wrap up to here. So for jumps like this, Okay, top of 9, I should mention, is not insta-kill. The only part that's insta-kill is this long strip over here with the, black skull particles. Anyway, so, when you do a wraparound like this, where you need to stay, like, really close to the wall, what you can do is, if you tap W before you do the wrap, like that, you stay, like, really close to the wall. Like, it makes it so you don't go, like, super far out. It's not really something I can really explain here, but if you just tap W and do the wrap like that, you should be fine. You'll just have to kind of test that out on your own. This flick, you just kind of flick through. It's kind of hard. I think I usually do it in first person. I think that might make it easier. Yeah. You don't have to jump straight from here to that. You can jump on top of the, Invis wrap and go up here. That works too. This jump, just jump from back here so you don't get stopped. This jump, same thing as the one on 6 and 8. You just go like that, go like that. Super easy. Alright, easy 1x7. So this jump is meant to be a long jump like that, but what I find to be easier is you just back up into this like this. You don't turn out too much or it'll push you, and you just go like that. Okay. So this jump's a little hard. I go like that. Alright, this jump. So this jump, I like to go backwards like this, and then just go like that. And then you get to 9 outside. So this is pretty scary, but this outside's kind of hard. But should probably be fine. I like to just jump forward like that to get around. Okay, well, you gotta get around the wall. I like to go like that. You can do it sideways like this, but I really don't like it. I don't think it's reliable. Going forward like that. I don't remember how I did this jump. I think I did it not in shift lock. I don't know. I did this jump in a kind of really odd way, but it doesn't seem to be working. Maybe you, like, wrap them, like, the back, like that? That might work. I don't like jumping sideways. I swear to God, it just does not work as well. Just jumping forward like that is, like, it's just the key. Yeah, anyway. Easy walk around section. Long truss flick diagonally. Obviously set these up way better than I have been. But, you know. You get up here, and you get to hear the floor 10 music, which is kind of nice, but you're not exactly there yet. These jumps are long. Like, just these 3 jumps, like, going around the frame like that, or those 2 jumps. What I like to do here is I like to line up the middle of this stud, face backwards, and then jump forwards. Usually get that. Make sure you jump late so you don't hit your head on that. Head up here. Neon trusses. So, these are pretty simple. Just flick that one like normal. This one, flick out so you get around the wall. But not too far out to the point where you can't jump. It's okay, my strategy is just jump late, and as long as you do that, yeah, you see, you kind of get, like, there's something you can get stuck on that wall, and it's because of, like, the combination, like, this wedge right here. You really gotta watch out for that. You really gotta stay away from the wall, but you gotta, like, turn in early. I don't know, it's kind of hard. Anyway, why did I fail that? What? Hello? Okay, there we go. That was weird. Okay, this jump! So, this jump sucks. But what I like to do is I just like to line up to the edge and just jump really late and just turn it. That is insta-kill. And if you miss it, you will most certainly hit it. Not like it matters, because if you miss the jump, you're going all the way down anyway. So, some people like to long jump it like that, but I've never found that to work. Like, it just does not work for me. I really don't know why people do it like that. But my strategy, just line up with the edge and just jump late. go like that. I never failed it in a real run, albeit I only had to do it twice, but that's the way that I've always done it, and it's always worked like that. Anyway, don't jump after landing on most of these, because that might cause death. So just land on them normally without jumping a second time, like that. There we go. This part's pretty easy. And 9. That jump's kind of hard. Make sure you shut that up. And then floor 10. Alright, so 10 is significantly easier than a lot of the floors in this tower, actually. But there are definitely some choke points, so yeah, just like the jump on floor 8, and jump to this part of the stud and wrap that. That first jump is probably one of the hardest jumps on 10. So once you pass it, I'd say you have a pretty good chance of beating it as long as you're not stupid and you don't fail this wrap. Just thinking of someone. Alright, and then go like that. Like that. And that. Here. Alright, this wrap around. So these are like 4-stud wraps. Well, not really. They're kind of nerfed, but just turn in and just wrap really tightly and jump late. For this, you don't even have to do the second one. Just wrap down to here. And, yeah. You should be fine there if you want to do that. I think I did that in my running run. This jump. Line up just like the one in 8 and beginning of 10, and then climb that, like that. So for this long jump to this trough, go like that. Or you could do this and go like that. This, that. Pretty easy trusses. For this long flick, I could just get to the edge and just go like that. Like you just kind of flick like really quickly. Like that. But it's kind of hard. You gotta jump really late, and you gotta make sure yeah, that's really, the key is to just jump really late like that. Anyway, more ladders. That are pretty simple, to be honest. This walk around, just go out a lot, and just walk around like that, super easy. Also thinking of someone when I think about that walk around. But, like that. Here. I line to jump it backwards, kinda. And then jump to forward like that. Alright, this wedge. I have to inch down, and then have a little bit of a left turn when you jump off, because you'll go down the wedge if you have a little bit of a left turn, and it'll make it just so you don't hit your head up there. Wrap around like that. This here. Like that. That. These flick. Go like that. This flick like that. Here. Or here. Flick up. Alright, and then you're on the frame. So just line these jumps up. They're pretty scary, but that's like the only hard one, like right there. Like this wrap is pretty tough. But just try not to go, make sure you go in. I feel like the hard part is the landing. Just make sure you don't go too far out. I think that's why most people fail that. Anyway, 10 outside's pretty simple. You just kind of line this up backwards. This jump is one that you gotta like line up, and you gotta go like that, and then you get the final kill bricks, and you beat it. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. Jumps to the wind pad's really easy. I don't really have to explain it, but yeah. Anyway, that's ToER. That's how I beat ToER, and that's all the strats that I used. And I do hope to rebeat this one day, because this is honestly a pretty fun tower when you're consistent. And I really don't think it's that bad, or as bad as people make it out to be. But, yeah. that's how I beat this tower. And again, I hope to rebeat it someday, because I don't know how to. Anyway, that's the end of that. Goodbye.